Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ATC17. We're at round 4 of, I believe, 10 of the season so far, and you might have noticed something a little strange. Where is all the telemetry information? Well, I have some bad news, unfortunately. My stupid monkey brain forgot to hit record when we started going to the grid. So, you gotta deal with post record. Yeah, you gotta deal with post race ender for now. Sorry, but we're at round 4 here at Barber Motorsport Park, and I will do my best to give some interesting commentary for this, I guess, jump cutted version that will be for this race and round or race 2 of this round. But yeah, I was a bit stupid. And now you gotta pay, and now everyone has to pay the price for my stupidity. It's tradition. It's tradition. But as we get ready to go pre-recorded green in just a few moments, we're gonna go like hell, and we're gonna hopefully take advantage of people's misfortunes. Green is in the air, and I get off to a pretty good start here, to be honest. Unfortunately, Tyler just kind of gets held up, and I don't really have anywhere else to go. So now we're like sitting 3 wide. I almost pushed Tyler a bit too wide, but we just barely keep together on track. This opening bit is going to be a bit of a nightmare, honestly, because lack of grip, cold tires, it's just a nightmare. Coming up to the turn 5 where you're icy. Ooh, free position. Yummy, I'll take that, thank you, and stride. Unfortunately, he's still sitting on my right, so coming up to this like little S section down the hill, I'm gonna have to concede a little bit. Unfortunately, Photo Richie just kind of breaks a little bit early for my liking, and I run into the back, and thankfully, not really much damage to both of our cars, so we just kind of get away from it scot-free. After the start of section 3, it's a bit tricky. I haven't really figured it out, to be honest. Speaking in post, it's a bit of it's something, alright, I will admit. Spot lap 1, Richie and Bowman are tussling up ahead, but Bowman gets ahead. Slowly but surely, he's going to start pulling away. And I'm going to notice that, and I'm going to start getting a little impatient really quick. Because, you know, Fuad's a nice guy. I'm pretty sure. I don't talk to him a lot, but I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy. But, I'm not supposed to be fighting him. Because he's a Delta driver, and I'm a Gamma driver. So I should be ahead of him. But I botched my qualifying, so that's my problem that I have to deal with. And I have to deal with it by getting past Fuad Al-Richie. So, yeah. But again, it's still the opening first few laps. Really, realistically, only going to about lap 17. I get kind of a good run, but I get held up here. This whole ending section of Sector 3, basically just a roller coaster. And if you can't find a way to pass the guy in front of you, it's not going to go well. Because you're just going to be forced to sit behind the guy and just take it. But like I did say earlier, I'm starting to notice that Bowman and the gaggle ahead is starting to get like they're starting to pull away a little bit here, just a little bit. So I'm like, alright, either Fuad's gotta... I let Fuad start going, or the alternative, I get past him and I do the catching myself, because I, believe it or not, I don't want to lose this guy. I don't want to lose these guys. So I'm like, come on, man. Let's get going a little bit here. I'm getting a little impatient, brother. So I gotta start looking for opportunities. Going through this little S section here, he gets kind of a bad run, so I'm like, alright, dart to the right. Get a bit alongside. He gets over that curb kind of real bad, which opens up the doorway for me. And behind me, Tyler Long manages to take advantage of that little mess up too. So really, it was kind of a 2-1 for the folks, the boys over at T0. So, you know, big win. So after passing Faldo Richie, I can finally start putting in some work to catch the guys ahead, and to hopefully, you know, fight a bit more for position. So right there, Zepka was trying to go for a move, but I think just a little bit too far back to really capitalize on anything. You know, he kind of wants to get past Bowman too. You know, I get that. I was literally in that position like a lap ago. So he's doing everything in his power to, you know, keep up and try and make a good pass. But Barber is very much a track where you have to keep good momentum. Otherwise, you're boned. Especially through this section right here. This is just brutal if you mess it up. You lose so much time, it's not even funny. Like, I took that section pretty well, and I caught up almost instantly. I was a good few tenths behind Rzepka. And now I'm basically on his bumper, which is crazy. As you can very clearly see, the pack is starting to stretch out just a little bit. But it's just enough to where it's like, we can run semi-full tilt and not have to worry about running into a guy in front of us. So it's enough breathing room, in my eyes. It's enough breathing room. Again, as the laps proceed to tick down, we're almost, I believe, at halfway at this point. Currently lap 6 of what is going to be 17 laps 2 more and we will be at halfway. But right now, the game plan is just stick behind Rzepka, because I know he's fast. And hopefully catch up to the guys up ahead. And if they start battling, I can probably take a bit of advantage of any misfortune that befalls the people up ahead. But right now, the game plan is literally just keep up. That's always been the game plan. It will continue to be the game plan. Here, it's kind of difficult, mainly because for some reason there's a lot of rear instability at this track. Like, to an absurd degree. Like, looking back in some of the incidents after the race, there was a lot of people losing the rear end on a lot of, like, the faster corners, especially in that, like, roller coaster section in Sector 3. It's kind of nasty. Like, even here, you can kind of feel the rear end getting lost a little bit on entry. Take these S's just right, hit a good exit, and just follow the guys ahead. That is primarily the game plan. You can kind of eat that curb, kind of. Just gotta make sure it sets you up right for the roller coaster section right here. Kind of see everyone's starting to a little bit bunch back up together, but not to an extent that's gonna provide an incident. If someone gets a little eager, maybe, but definitely not providing anything at the moment, but it is keeping everyone relatively close to one another. A lot of the slower corners too, you gotta really learn to manage your throttle, because if you don't, you're just gonna end up wheel spinning the fronts, especially when you're in super low gears. Literally, actually just really first gear, because there are like 2 corners where you take it in first, and you really have to manage the throttle. For example, turn 5 and turn 7, the little S section, the little downhill S section, basically. Yeah, like I did mention earlier, everyone is starting to bunch back up a little bit here and there. Bowman trying to see if he can set up a pass on McDonald up ahead. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to do my best to keep up with Rzepka right there in the 490. I mentioned earlier there, you kind of have to be careful on the throttle on exit, because you will wheel spin a little bit. You can mitigate it a little by immediately shifting up to second, but, you know, spinning ball over. Oh. I give a little tap to Rzepka's bumper there on accident. Didn't mean to. things just kind of happen. So now I'm right on his tail, trying to figure out, okay, where can I make a move to try and see if I can get past him for position and hopefully keep up the train with the guys up ahead. So I need to start figuring out, okay, where is he slowing? Where can I give him a little spook to make him like hurry up? You know, chop chop. Chop chop, hurry up. Come on, been gone all day. But unfortunately for me, I'm a little slow and I'm a little inconsistent. So I can put pressure, not that much pressure. Or not a consistent amount of pressure. Like, hey, knock knock, buddy, get moving. Zepka just really has a bad corner throughout there. Unfortunately, I'm just stuck behind him. I can't really do anything about that. So unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Zepka is like, shoot, come on, I can't be doing stuff like that, come on. And to be fair, I would be thinking that too. But as it stands right now, you know, everything's still manageable. We're still in the train up ahead, barely. But once again, I'm starting to get into that mindset a little bit. It's like, come on, dude, chop chop. We're losing daylight here. I fake trying to go for a pass to like get it in his head, like, hey, if you're not gonna go, somebody's gotta, you know. So. Got a bit of a good run here, but unlike with Fuad or Rishi, I can't really take advantage of the speed difference. So all I can really do is just kind of sit behind Zepka. It's gonna trick out wide just so I can get a bit of a better turn in, but it's not really helping because the temp of the track and just like the grip of the tires is not that great. Like, obviously I can't show you in the replay, but you are just, like, skidding around on these tires. It's insane. You can kind of hear it, maybe, without, you know, shut up for, like, 2 seconds. Especially in, like, some of the more intricate corners. But, you know. These tires, they can be grippy, but they can also be a bit of a handful. Thanks, new tire model. Gotta be careful not to go extremely wide there because that will give you an off track. As to me, as stupid as that is, but you know, it's whatever. At this point, I'm starting to notice, okay, we're really starting to lose ground to the guys up ahead. They are going faster, yes, but just, you know, just a marginally bit faster. So I'm like, all right, dude. I'm gonna start going, dude. Excuse me, coming through. So now we're stuck side by side throughout all this first corner. And I'm doing my damnedest to hold on, because once we get that past this little sector right here, it's all straight, and then I have the inside for the hairpin coming up. get a little deep, but it's like, it's fine, it's fine. I got this. And because now I have the outside, I get to go through this course. I get to go through this little downhill section for free. Now, with roughly 4 to 5 laps remaining, I get to do my damnedest to catch the guys up ahead. No Rzepka blocking me or hindering my progress. I just get to go. I just get to go like hell, and hopefully catch up to Bowman at the very least. And maybe, just maybe, capitalize on some chaos that may or may not happen in the future. On the whole, after getting past Rzepka, I'm already half a second up ahead of him. And I'm slowly but surely reeling the guys up ahead. But at this moment in time, I think the goal I just had in my head was just catch up to these guys. Because in my mind, I was already settling on the idea of, okay, I don't think anything's gonna happen, but I'd at least like to be a little bit closer. And through that section, I get a really good run through the downhill, and I'm basically within a second run. So now all I need to do is just keep up the momentum, especially when Bowman does something like that and just butchers that roller coaster section, and just stick hard to him. I can reel him in. I know I'm fast enough, so do what I can and just go like hell to catch up to him. I'm already starting to lose Rzepka behind, so literally it's just, okay, how much faster can I go to catch these guys? Because they're all going to start fighting, because they want that transfer spot. They want that transfer spot. Not the transfer spot, I mean the inverse spot. Because Leopold up ahead, he's in 15th, and that's going to be first for the next race. And these guys, me especially, they want it, and I want it too. I want a piece of that cake, assuming I can catch up to it. So in my mind, I'm just sitting here, waiting, hoping that something happens to these guys, and I can just capitalize on it and just swoop in for the kill. Because I know I can keep up with them, and I know if that something happens, at the very least I can react to it, and maybe sneak something out of it as a result. Best case scenario, I did get 15th at least. Worst case scenario, I was close enough for that. If something happened, I could, capitalize on it and everything. But we are starting to wind down our laps. Only 2.5 minutes left on the clock. So that means 2 more to go. And I am absolutely hounding on the back of Bowman, because he's busy being stuck behind McDonald, Leopold, and the guy up ahead. So literally, it's literally just down to, if somebody makes a mistake, who is going to capitalize on it? Who is going to be able to capitalize on which blunder? And who is just going to be absolutely shafted in terms of, mistakes? saw by the marshal on the left-hand side of the track, that was one to go. So, if anyone's going to make a move, now's the time to do it. Unfortunately, I'm just a little too far back from Bowman, at least, to try something. But he tried something on McDonald, didn't get it to work out. But again, I just wasn't close enough to try capitalizing. Still a half second back from him. He's a lot closer to McDonald than I am to him. So if anyone's in a position to try anything, it's me. But unfortunately, he really botched that downhill section. So I'm just now right on his bumper. So if he messes up right now, or at any point in like the next sector, I can fight for something. But unfortunately, it's really easy to just get blocked like this because it's one lane only. And he just sits in front of me. Bowman's just like, nope, you're not gonna try anything. I'm just gonna sit here, man. Nope, sorry, buddy. So there's nothing I can do really. And with that, we come to a close for race 1, finishing P18 in class, or in overall. And for Gamma, I believe, I finish in P11. Very scary blinking from McDonald right there. But with that, let's mosey on over to race 2. Welcome to race 2 of round 2 here at Barber Motorsports Park. As you saw earlier, as a result of finishing 18th in race 1, I now qualify 18th in race 2. So just a little bit up the road, just a tiny bit. Just more or less mentally preparing for what's to come. Praying that my launch is good enough, and hopefully things go pretty well for the second race of this round. But as you'll see in just a few moments, a lot is going to unfold. And I mean a lot. So much so that I'm gonna have to edit everything together just so you guys can see. Everyone starts revving the balls off their cars, me included. Lights are going out. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. And I get, once again, a pretty good launch. This time, I'm not hindered by anyone up ahead. So, I dart to the inside, avoiding with McDonald as best I can. And then, ooh boy, here we go. Here comes the post-discussion of everything that happens. I'm getting pinched, by the way. I get pinched. I nearly take out Michael Polisic. There's some guy on the right. I'm going to pause here really quickly just so I can show you what the hell just happened. Alright. Now let's take a look at everything that happened. With the catalyst being Dan McFarland. He gets tapped behind by David Mitchell. Gets spun around. Goes back into David Mitchell. And we have Millier just barely getting into the side of Polisic, spinning him almost around. And unfortunately for Polisic, so he's got on the left side, 3 wide of me, him, and Fleet Smith. Luckily, we get out of that unscathed. And then just a little bit up the road, Kurt Smith just gets sent around by John Lauzon. And then just gets tapped again and just spun around like a ping pong ball. And John Daniels, with just a tiny bit of the tap, gets immediately spooked and just forgets to turn right ever so slightly, and it's just throws off his groove entirely. And Zach Zacco, through no fault of his own, starting to get sent 3 wide and just gets crunched in the middle. Absolutely destroying his front suspension, and just, there's nothing you can do. Nothing at all you can do. And unfortunately just collects Garrett McAllister, sending him straight to Davy Jones's locker. That, that sure was something, but now I'm like sitting 3 wide, I believe. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I'm gonna back out a little bit. You guys can take that corner for fun. I'm not interested. But, in all honesty, and Pulisic on the right, he's serving a slowdown that I just don't notice. Unfortunately, he just kind of ends up hindering both me and Raymond right behind. Oh, there's so much. Oh, and I get tapped a little bit on the side. Like, not happy about that, but not. It's toughy. It's tough out there. Doing my best to just keep Raymond at bay. In fact, I'm doing that a lot for this entire race. I'm doing everything in my power to keep Raymond Teo at bay, even though he's like an alpha driver. But hey, no points for me. But that was most certainly the lap 1 ever, if I've ever seen one. So now, time to focus up ahead and just head down, stay sharp, and do what I can to catch Melior and McDonald up ahead. Because, oh boy, am I going to need to catch these guys fast. There's a very big difference between me and Pulisic. And it's that Pulisic is a fucking rocket ship. That man can go. He knows how to put his foot down and drive like ass. You mean drive like hell, right? No. You'll see. Hand on your shoulder. You'll see. But right now he is driving like hell. But soon enough he'll drive like ass. Foreshadowing, it's a literary device. As you can see up ahead, he's just sending the hell out of Melior up ahead. But just not enough space to really make that move happen. So he's just kind of forced to sit behind him, unfortunately. For I don't know how long. It's going to take a good while. And Raymond 2 behind me, he's at my mercy. I'm going as fast as I can, and there's nothing you can do about it. Boo won, as they say. Up ahead, there's a bit of trouble. Someone just like spinning off to the side. I think that was Logan. And Hidako, my teammate, something happens to him. Ay, Dios mío. It's just not a great day today. For anyone in T0 that isn't me. It's not a great day for everyone else in T0. Which is unfortunate because this round was actually good. For me, at least. Let's see if I had Pulisic just putting so much pressure on McDonald because he just wants to go. He just wants to go. He wants to go catch up and stay behind Melior. But he's not really being given the option, which is giving me the rare moment of being right behind Pulisic, which is rare. It doesn't happen often. But all good things come to an end, and there goes Pulisic, driving past McDonald in the downhill S section. So now, I just gotta stick behind McDonald. Hopefully, nothing bad happens throughout the rest of the race. But It is only the 5-minute mark, so anything can happen. I say he's like basically catch up right up to his bumper. If you can look at the relative on the bottom right, you know who was also on my bumper? Raymond Tew. And he's a scary man, believe it or not. He's scary in that car, brother. That man scares me. A lot of alpha drivers scare me. Well, I mean, they're supposed to. They're alpha drivers for a reason. But, he didn't scare me that much. Because I knew if I just drove my heart out, at the very least, I can do something. I can do something and profit off it in stride. Unfortunately, I get thrown off a little by McDonald. It's super slow, and I just go a bit wide. I had a good middle part, but the execution of the end was just not what I wanted it to be. But we still got quite a few minutes left in the race, so you know, not completely the end of the world. But I do have a one Raymond Tew right behind me who wants to move, more than likely, so best I can do, the best I can do. Something I didn't notice during the race because I was preoccupied, driving the car, how small the gap is to the leader. If you can look at the top left, gap to the leader is under 6 seconds, just a little bit. But catching the leader in this kind of environment, a little tough to do, but it is possible if I were a fast driver, which I am selectively. Let's see, good run through the roller coaster section. I'm now right on McDonald's bumper. Like, okay, alright, what do I need to do to get past him? So really, there's a lot of biding your time at Barber, because there's not really many methods of setting up a decent pass. So all you can realistically do is just hope the guy in front of you makes a mistake. And, messes up. You can see up ahead, like a second ago, pull a second Miliero, beefing just a little bit. Just a smidge. Surely that won't devolve into something bad, right? Surely. But also something you can see up ahead, a big gaggle of cars. You know what that means? Something might happen. So as long as I keep my head down, again, I can profit. Once again, McDonald just getting a really poor exit through that section. He knows how to sit on the line. He really knows how to sit on the line. There's nowhere for me to go. Because if I go the long way, he can just easily defend. And if I do go the long way, Micah Hendricks and Raymond Tew right behind me, they get a free pass on the inside. What am I supposed to do about it? Speaking of Mega, where did he come from? He wasn't there before. Why is he there now? There he is on my inside. Not much I can do about it. He shoves me a little wide. A little rude, to be honest. But, what can I really do about it? I try to stay on the inside, but I just didn't feel super comfortable sitting on the inside, especially when I tried turning in. It wobbled and I got a little nervous. Didn't really like that. Compared to everyone else, I seem to be getting pretty good exits throughout that last section. Not so much everybody else. Unfortunately for me, I can't really find ways to capitalize off it. So I'm just kind of sitting there looking for moves that I can't really make. And it sucks. So now that Mike has gone past me, right now the only one I have to worry about is Raymond, who is now on my inside again. Because I am stupid. Unfortunately, he didn't have much of an overlap, so I get to keep my position for now. Yippee! But will it last for long? I don't know! Why do it? Why not? That's how it's going to spoil the rest of the race. I got a really bad exit. You don't see behind me, or will show, probably. Raymond also gets a bad exit because he's basically just following me. And, my lines are a little bit wonky here and there, so he's stuck trailing behind my line, so, you know. But the guys up ahead are starting to pull away, and I don't really like that, so I'm gonna start trying to push them down a bit. Hopefully, maybe get my head out of my ass a little bit. Just try to keep up with the guys up ahead. Micah gets past McDonald, so I'll have someone a little bit slower to use as a method of catching up, but Micah's gonna be straight up gone. A little bit hot, but it's fine. But, back to the previous subject, yeah. Micah is basically gone at this point. He's going to be busy catching Paul second and farming up ahead. Because he wants to get a lot more points as he blinks out existence for like a frame or two. I get another decent run through the roller coaster section, but I just, again, I can't really capitalize off it because I'm just not close enough, and I'm not really in a position to capitalize off it, which sucks. Crossing line, 10 minutes to go. The pack up ahead is starting to bunch up a lot, which is good for me because that means something can happen. I know I've been saying that a lot, but you know, you can never be too sure of something happening or not. See Pulisic diving up to the inside, just trying to get past people as best as he can. He's not really... Pulisic's not been having a great week this week so far. Couldn't finish on the podium. We did finish on the podium, but we couldn't finish at the top of the podium where I normally see. And right now, he's struggling to get out of the top 10, get further in the top 10. The traffic is just not working in his favor at all. Sucks because he is fast, but you know, can't really take advantage of being fast if you're stuck in traffic all the time, you know. But he is getting past Dan McFarland. So now he's probably thinking, alright, I got past McFarland. I can finally start catching the people up ahead. Because we all know in the TCR world that Polasek is not a roadblock. He is the trailblazer. And right now he is blazing a trail, trying to get to the podium once again. But can he do it? Nobody knows. Probably. But he's running out of time to do it. He's only got roughly 8 more minutes to do it. Not a whole lot of time left. Unfortunately, we've now devolved back into single file lines. There's not really much action going on. We are still kind of bunched up together. Raymond T is still sitting right behind me, but not being able to really do much about it. For the time being, there's a bit of beef up ahead. Something happens. Polasek, he slows down a good bit. Still continuing to bunch the field back up together. All in this one gigantic train of speed and power. Again, McDonald, bad exit. I just can't capitalize on it because we're just so close together. It's not great. And Raymond T on my inside. Once again, textbook play of a while ago. But again, he can't capitalize off it either. So he has to relent and let me return, just concede position. Back to the status quo once again for what is roughly going to be the last 3 laps of the race. Back up the hill. Up ahead on the... You can just barely see it. Polasek just gets into the back of Lauzon and just spins him around. Not a great day for Polasek, and not a great day for Lauzon either, because that just effectively ruins his race. But now, if I can somehow get past McDonald, I can get a top 10. So, silver lining. As long as I keep my head down, I can get something done. provided I don't put it down enough that it's in my ass. Crossing the line, we are now stationed at 5 minutes to go, so not much time left in this race. So if people want to make moves, now's the time to start doing it. There's not going to be much time left. Now imagine Raymond 2 behind me. He's getting a little antsy too, as I was in race 1. Question is, can he get close enough to make a move? As much as I'm doing everything in my power to stay behind McDonald, and close behind McDonald, he's doing everything in his power to keep up with me. And it's a lot easier to keep up with me than it is for me to keep up with others. So, you know, a lot easier said than done. With how wide everyone's going during some sections, part of me hoped that, you know, maybe people are getting off-patch left, right, and center. At some point they get a black flag, but not quite. Not quite at all. With that, I believe this marks 2 to go in the sim. So once again, starting to run low on time. Raymond 2 behind is gonna start looking for moves. Someone probably got a little bit of a tap on their side, but nothing too significant. But it is starting to get a little bit argy-bargy up ahead. It's starting to leave me wondering, okay, is something going to happen? Will people accidentally kill one another, and I can profit off it? And we're not like 1.5 laps left to really do anything. McFarlane up ahead going for some really wacky throwing off lines. I get a really bad run through that section. So I'm going to pull a textbook page out of McDonald's book. Just hold the inside. As we come down to the final straight and very narrowly see it in the sky. The marshal stand. That's the white flag. One more to go. So, again, if anyone wants to make a move, now you better do it now, or forever hold your peace. This hill for one final time. Stuck in the draft, only 0.3 seconds behind McDonald. On the left, I overcook it just too much, and that's just going to allow Raymond to just swoop in and steal the position, because I just got a little bit too hard on the ABS, and fortunately I just concede position because I am not overlapping enough to really try for a move at that corner at that much of a distance behind. So I'm like, alright, I concede to my mistake. You win, Mr. C. You win. So unfortunately, I have to concede and finish the race in 12th. But I do manage just to get a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. I'm inching, ever inching closer. Come on, come on. Is it going to get slowed up enough? But unfortunately, that answer is no. This is a drag race to the line. Flashing my headlights, and it's a P12 in the books. For once, in a span of 2 weeks, or I guess 3 weeks, I finally finish a race in ATC where nothing bad happens. To me, specifically. And with that, thanks everyone. And I'll make sure to catch you guys next week. I believe we are going to Long Beach Circuit. This season really does love its street circuits, doesn't it? Ugh. And it's an endurance round. Anyways, take care everyone. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.